Who that?
Hey, wrong.
Hey, nobody record.
Only Al can record. And I'm top dog. Al Productions.
Motherfucker gonna get anything. You let the shit camera music beat, but we know what it's for us. We ain't been showing, so we put the shit out there just in case it gets one, right?
Well, we on live.
Slow. Good move.
Boy,
Leave me alone.
3100. Almost 32.
Get away. No. Now you already know you don't want to, but you already know you got to.
But Tank, man, this is God day, you know. He got the two baddest people in the business on this, what you call it, that's Al and Floyd, you know. Respect Floyd to the utmost, man. Just let me just come in the gym, just do me, you know.
Some of that body shot already got you. Slow. Good move.
Boy,
Leave me alone.
3100. Almost 32.
Get away. No. Now you already know you don't want to, but you already know you got.
Tank Vince out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring them up, but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with the daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat, so they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it.
One Floyd Mayweather is officially back in the mix, and this time he's not just watching, he's guiding his former protege back into war. The undefeated legend, known for his unbeatable defense and surgical ring IQ, has stepped into Gervonta Davis's camp ahead of the Jake Paul fight, and here's the twist. This reunion hits deep. Tank was signed under Mayweather Promotions from 2015 until 2022, a solid 7-year run that helped shape him into one of boxing's biggest stars. Their split came right after Davis's knockout win over Rolando Romero, his last fight under Floyd's promotional banner. Or now seeing them back together feels like watching a student return to the professor, who taught him the art of not getting hit inside the gym. Floyd's doing what he does best, tightening Tank's shoulder roll, fine-tuning his counter timing, and making sure every move screams money team precision.
Tank boxing skills is really better than his power. He just didn't have to use his boxing skills, but Tank can really box his ass off. And so when we in a boxing gym, Sean, as you've seen me tell Tank a lot of times, stop always resorting just to your power and use your boxing skills. And that's what Tank did in this training.
Would do business with you if you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing, though, right?
Oh yeah, because
to be
it's
common in
strategic.
boxing, yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's given this counsel to
Yes.
Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clauses and not, putting all these stipulations on me? You can't do this, you can't do that. The ring needs to be this size. It's Davis Garcia. It's not. But all these things were all by Floyd.
I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat them clear.
It's not just training, it's mentorship reborn. Floyd's teaching Tank how to turn chaos into control, how to make opponents swing at air, and how to dominate with composure. And Tank, he's locked in sharper, calmer, and more dangerous than ever. This isn't just another fight camp. It's a reunion of two eras. It's the master with the blueprint and the student built to perfect it. Because when Floyd Mayweather decides to train you again, you're not just preparing for a fight. You're preparing to be untouchable. And just when you thought the story couldn't get juicier after Floyd jumping back into Tank's corner, here comes Robert Garcia dropping truth bombs. Like he's calling out the whole sport. The man basically said, yeah, Tank's great, but he never gave us the fights we wanted. And you know what? He's not wrong. We've been sitting here for years waiting for those legacy-defining showdowns. The Roach rematch, the Shakur fight, the Loma fantasy matchup, but instead Tank's out here signing autographs and sparring heavyweights. For fun, Garcia even brought up how Floyd always ran it back when people doubted him. Castillo Maidana, boom, instant rematch statement made. But Tank, he just moved on like a man who ghosted his toughest test.
So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize. But then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making. If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for 20, 30 million dollars, I would probably do. Don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought. The only thing that matters is that he's gonna be able to take care of his family, himself, for the rest of his life, and that's the most important thing. So I don't disagree with what he's doing. Do I like it? No, but I don't disagree.
The only reason it had to be an exhibition is just because of the weight.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's a winner. I don't know if I could say it, but well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
The big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
A bonus? A knockout bonus? Hold on. Let's go back and confirm a few things. So there will be a winner and a loser, unlike that Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
Now, don't get me wrong, I get where Garcia is coming from as fans. We want smoke, real fights, real drama. But then you look at Tank pulling in maybe 50 million for an exhibition with Jake Paul, and you start thinking, wait a minute, would any of us say no to that? Come on, let's be real. If Jake Paul offered you that kind of bag, you'd lace up the gloves tonight. And that's where Garcia's take gets interesting. He doesn't like it, but he gets it because at the end of the day, when tanks, retired belts collect dust, but that money takes care of generations. This ain't just about pride anymore. It's about who's walking out of Atlanta with an extra few million in bragging rights, the size of an ego boost. And come on, 12 Oz gloves, pro judges, real stakes, call it an exhibition all you want, but that's a legalized street fight with paperwork. I'm sitting here thinking if Tank lands one of those signature lefts, Jake's influencer career might buffer midstream, but you also gotta respect Jake the man's betting millions on himself. Like he's playing Monopoly with real money that's either confidence or caffeine overdose, and we're about to find out which, but here's the real kicker with the KO bonus, the side bets, and that crowd energy. This fight's not about records, it's about reactions. If Jake wins, the internet explodes. If Tank wins, he becomes the face of poetic justice either way. Somebody's leaving richer, somebody's leaving sleepier, and all of us were tuning in. Like it's the season finale of boxing's most unpredictable soap opera. And right when you thought this Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis circus couldn't get any more unpredictable, Antonio the Magic Man Tarver steps in, and bro, he's talking facts. Tarver basically said what we've all been secretly thinking. This fight might look a little weird. I mean, we've seen David versus Goliath before, but this one's got Netflix cameras a size gap. You could park a truck in and Tank trying to punch uphill like he's fighting in VR mode.
So it's an exhibition, but there's pro judges. There's gonna be a winner. It's not like your brother and Floyd.
No, correct. There's gonna be a winner.
And there will be a KO bonus. So whoever wins by KO, they get a big bonus.
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
And TKOs are included.
What about, does TKO count?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm betting $10,000 on Gervonta Tank Davis to knock out Jake Paul on my.
Well, you know, Jake a businessman, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But Gervonta Davis is a fighter. You know, he's a champion fighter, and hey, but it's a great event, man. It's gonna be huge. Netflix is involved, and anytime you know you got those big players involved, you know it's gonna sell. So make numbers, do numbers, and everything. I just don't know how the fight's gonna unfold.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
A lot of times when you that much bigger than a guy, you can just hold him off. You know what I mean? Is he just swinging and all that? But I don't know, bro. I have to see them in the ring and see how it even looks.
But here's the beauty of it. Tarver wasn't hating, he was just keeping it real. We all know Jake's got that. I own a supplement company kind of power, but Tank's got that blink and you're snoring kind of precision. Tarver's right though. Aesthetically, it's going to look wild. Jake's built like a linebacker. Tank's built like a grenade. You do the math, one's trying to detonate the others, trying not to get vaporized. And I get why Tarver's intrigued. This ain't your typical matchup. It's boxing's version of a glitch in the Matrix. Everyone watching knows this. If Tank lands clean, it's lights out. But if Jake uses that size right, keeps it long, and turns it into a power chess match, we might be in for the weirdest, most entertaining exhibition in combat sports history. Tarver's looking at it like a vet, but we're looking at it like fans of chaos, and I don't know about you, but I'm here for every second of this madness at the end of the day. This fight isn't just a clash of power versus precision, it's a full-blown spectacle where boxing meets Hollywood, and chaos shakes hands with money. You've got Floyd Mayweather back in the lab, sharpening Tank like a diamond. You've got Jake Paul turning the ring into a billionaire's battleground. And you've got legends like Robert Garcia and Antonio Tarver weighing in like, this is a crossover episode. We never saw it coming. This isn't just a fight, it's a moment, a remember where you were when it happened type of moment, whether you think Tank's too small, Jake's too bold, or Floyd's too smart to lose touch. One thing's for sure, somebody's walking out richer, somebody's walking out humbled, and the rest of us are going to be talking about it for years. So drop your thoughts in the comments who you got, the grenade or the giant. Let's hear your take on this madness. And you don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters, where the real fight talk lives. See you in the next one.